In this video, we'll break down prompt engineering in a practical and easy way. Instead of treating it like hype, we'll focus on what actually matters, how different prompting techniques work, when to use them, and what trade-offs come with each one. We'll go step by step, and after a few sections, I'll test your understanding with short quizzes. Prompt engineering is basically the practice of giving AI clearer and more effective instructions so that it produces more relevant outputs. The big idea is simple. The way you ask matters. Different techniques help the model reason better, follow structure, use examples, or even access external information. Not every task needs the same prompting style. A quick translation may work well with a simple instruction, while a long report or a logic-heavy problem may need step-by-step guidance. That is why prompt engineering includes a family of techniques, each suited for different use cases, accuracy needs, and resource limits. Prompt chaining means splitting one complex task into smaller prompts. The output from one step becomes the input for the next. For example, first generate an outline, then expand each section, then write an introduction, and finally combine everything. This makes long or complicated work more manageable and often more accurate. Now let us look at this in a simple table format. Prompting techniques comparison. Best use, key strength, and main limitation. Here's a practical comparison. Zero shot is best when the task is simple and speed matters. Few shot is stronger when you need the model to follow a pattern. Prompt chaining helps with large workflows. Chain of thought supports step-by-step reasoning. And React becomes useful when the model must interact with tools or fetch current information. Prompt chaining is especially useful when the work has several logical stages. It helps in writing documentation, courses, white papers, and strategic analysis. One major benefit is control. After each step, you can review and correct the direction before moving ahead. The downside is that it takes more planning, more prompts, and mistakes can carry forward if not checked. Now that we've covered prompt basics, let's test what we've learned so far. Here's quiz number 1. See if you can get it right. Question 1. What is the main idea behind prompt engineering? The correct answer is crafting better instructions. Prompt engineering focuses on writing clearer and more effective instructions, so the AI gives better outputs. Question 2. In prompt chaining, what usually happens between steps? The correct answer is the output feeds the next prompt. Prompt chaining links prompts in sequence, where each result helps guide the next stage. Question 3. Which kind of task is most suitable for prompt chaining? The correct answer is a complex multi-stage report. Prompt chaining is best for tasks that are long, structured, or involve multiple reasoning stages. Zero-shot prompting means asking the model to do a task without showing any examples. You simply give the instruction, and the model uses its prior training to respond. This works well for common tasks like translation, summarization, simple classification, or general question answering. It is quick, but accuracy depends a lot on how clearly you phrase the prompt. Few-shot prompting includes a few sample input-output pairs inside the prompt. These examples help the model recognize the desired pattern, tone, or structure. It is useful when the task is uncommon, when style matters, or when you want more reliable formatting. But it also uses prompt space, and weak examples can actually mislead the model. Chain of thought prompting encourages the model to reason through a problem in steps before giving the final answer. This is very useful for arithmetic, logic puzzles, planning, and cause and effect tasks. It often improves accuracy because the model tackles smaller reasoning steps one by one. At the same time, responses become longer, and if an early step is wrong, that error can affect the final answer. Now that we've covered core techniques, let's test what we've learned so far. Here's quiz number 2. See if you can get it right. Question 1. Which prompting method uses no examples at all? The correct answer is zero-shot prompting. Zero-shot means the model receives only the instruction without sample demonstrations. Question 2. Why is few-shot prompting often useful? The correct answer is, it teaches the desired pattern or format. Few short examples show the model what kind of response style, structure, or reasoning is expected. Question 3. What is a common benefit of chain of thought prompting? The correct answer is, it improves multi-step reasoning. Chain of thought helps the model work through logic or calculations step by step. REACT stands for Reasoning plus Acting. In this approach, the model does not only think internally, it can also take actions like searching the web, calling a tool, or using a calculator. This is especially helpful when the answer depends on current facts or external systems. The benefit is better factual grounding, but the cost is extra complexity, infrastructure, and latency. For difficult reasoning tasks, more advanced techniques go beyond a single path. Self-consistency asks the model to generate multiple reasoning chains and then choose the most consistent final answer. Tree of thoughts goes further by exploring several possible branches, almost like evaluating different routes before deciding. These methods can improve reliability, but they also require more computation and careful setup. RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation, combines a language model with document retrieval. Instead of relying only on what the model learned during training, it first fetches relevant information from a knowledge base and then generates an answer using that context. This is very useful in business settings where answers must be based on company documents, policies, or fresh data. It improves factual grounding, though retrieval quality becomes very important. Now that we've covered advanced methods, let's test what we've learned so far. Here's quiz number 3. See if you can get it right. Question 1. Which technique is best when the model needs current real-world information? The correct answer is REACT. REACT can use external actions like search or tools, making it suitable for up-to-date information. Question 2. What is the main idea of self-consistency? The correct answer is generate multiple reasoning paths. Self-consistency improves reliability by comparing multiple reasoning chains and selecting the most consistent answer. Question 3. Why is RAG valuable in organizations? The correct answer is it grounds answers in retrieved sources. RAG helps models answer using relevant external documents, which is useful for company knowledge and factual accuracy. That's it for this practical guide to prompt engineering techniques. If you're building AI workflows, don't just ask what the model can do, ask which prompting strategy fits the task best. Small changes in prompting can lead to much better outcomes. See you in the next lesson.